What's up, Pisces? We're going to do a reading for the week of March the 23rd until the 29th. Make sure to check your rising sign and your moon sign as well. Sometimes a reading for those other placements can resonate a little bit more. First thing we want to do is we want to get a picture of Pisces. Let's see where you are. Let's see how you're doing. Let's see the energy around you right now. We have the Knight of Swords. Now we're going to get a card to see what is crossing you this week. This could be a person, an event, an emotion, or just the general energy of the week. We have more swords. The 8 of Swords this time. Let's get a look at the road behind you. Where are you coming from this week? I see the King of Wands looking backwards. And I'm getting really the sense of waiting. Like you might have been expecting some type of message from somebody. Or like you were waiting to take action. Oh, this fell out. Okay, we had a jumper here. There's the 2 of Coins. So I am so far seeing a lot of uncertainty in the cards. Even when you're trying to be bold, even when you're trying to be assertive, I feel like there's a lot of mixed messages here. Is somebody sending you mixed signals? Is life throwing you curveballs? You know what? I'm getting the sense that there's a lot of unseen, I almost said catastrophes, but it could just be anything unseen that's been falling into your lap. And that's not necessarily a good thing. One thing I'm seeing is that you're just really busy, or you feel really busy, or you feel overwhelmed. You try to do something and it backfires on you. You try to wait around for the right moment and the right moment doesn't seem to come. I'm seeing a lot of frustration, a lot of confusion, and I'm seeing a message of what is it that I'm supposed to be doing? Where am I going? What is any of this about? I don't know. Are you asking big questions this week? I don't know why this King of Wands, who is a very assertive king, is coming across as impotent in this spread. It's like he's waiting on somebody else before he can make a move. Do you feel like you're waiting on someone else, or do you feel like you don't have the authority to be doing something? You don't have the authority over your life that you would like to have? That's a message I'm kind of getting here. Kind of like you need to give yourself permission to go after the things that you want and you haven't been. You know, some of you just don't have the ability to do something, or you haven't had the ability to do something. Let's look at the road ahead. All right, we've got the 5 of Cups. So a bit of an emotional week ahead. A couple of things that pop up that you didn't expect, and it doesn't really make you feel that great. Maybe there's something in the background here with the King of Wands, like you feeling a little bit powerless. I don't know why I'm getting that feeling from the King of Wands. He's such a powerful figure. In this spread, I'm feeling like he is impotent. I don't know why. Have you been feeling powerless? Was this last week kind of a humbling week for you? Did somebody put you in your place? Or did the circumstances in your life make you feel stuck? Unable to make a decision, period? All right, let's look at the outcome here for you this week. Well, we've got your card. We've got the King of Cups. So the week looks like it's going to play out okay. Well, I shouldn't say that. The week is going to unfold in a confusing manner. Something that makes you second guess your actions or your beliefs maybe. Like maybe you make a decision or you want to make a decision and then you instantly feel like, I can't do that, or I can't go there, or I can't say this. Like there's a sense here of hesitancy, like you really want to say something, you really want to express yourself, and then you're stopping yourself, or something is stopping you. There's something going on in your mind that you're torn, you're kind of ready to go, but then you pull back. That old phrase, cat's got your tongue, popped into my head just now. Like something kind of keeps you from expressing yourself, and you're dying to. I see it here. And I think probably it's because of a sense of powerlessness that's been kind of lurking in the background, and the whole time you are, I don't know, maybe you have too many responsibilities, or people are putting too much on your shoulders, or you feel like you have too much on your shoulders, or like I said, something pops up and it's just like, oh no, one extra thing to worry about. So I am seeing a bit of a stressful week here. With the 5 of Cups, you have to make a change in the way that you feel about something here. So with the King of Wands in the background, this is where you're coming from. And the King of Wands, like I said, he's powerful, but I'm just getting this sense of I'm waiting to make my move. And then this week it's like, I'm going to make my move. And then something says, oh, no, you're not. You're not going to say that. You're not going to do that. You're not going to express that. And maybe it's because something comes up. Maybe something gets in the way. Maybe something gets in the way of you and somebody else, or somebody gets between you and what you want. I mean, this Two of Coins, it's something concrete, something material. This is maybe extra work that you didn't expect. This is maybe an extra errand, extra tasks, or an extra bill. So this week feels a bit like a chaotic week. This Five of Cups, though, when I saw it at first, made me a little worried. But now that I'm looking at the rest of this spread, this Five of Cups is actually a good thing. You need a break with something here emotionally. You've become emotionally attached to something, maybe that isn't good for you anymore. Maybe that's a little bit toxic, or no, what's the word that I'm getting? Not toxic. Maybe toxic. But something is wasting your energy. Something is draining your energy, is what it is. It's not necessarily like a toxic situation or a toxic person. I'm seeing that there is some sort of an emotional connection that you have to something or someone, or that you have maybe a sense of obligation to something or someone. There's something in your life where you are allowing your heart and your feelings to put you in a situation that isn't good for you, or that's stressing you out. Like the obvious example here would be something like a family situation where you feel like a sense of duty or obligation, or you feel like you want to do something for somebody because you love them, but it's just not working out. It's hurting you. Now, I'm not seeing family here. I'm just using that as an example. There's something here where your emotions, you've got to kind of step back, have a good objective look at where your emotions are taking you and what you're allowing your emotions to bring into your life, or where you're allowing them to drive you, where you're allowing your emotions to push you, even when it's not good for you, even when it's resulting in you being way too tired because you're doing too much. It could even just be like a false belief. A lot of false beliefs are really just feelings, right? Like, oh, I'm not good enough for that. Or, oh, nobody likes me. Or everybody thinks I'm a burden, right? Like these false beliefs have a lot of strong emotions behind them. This could be something like that, where you've got to make a change with regards to how you're feeling, how you're allowing yourself to feel, how you're allowing your emotions to dictate your life and your life path. Something's got to change. And something does. You're smart about this. You are the Knight of Swords here, and the Knight of Swords is an intelligent sign. So there's a lot that goes wrong here, but because you are represented as the Knight of Swords in this spread, you're able to handle it intelligently. It's just going to be a little bit rough. I'm seeing a lot of you are very busy with something. I'm seeing that this hasn't necessarily been the best month for some of you, but that you've been learning something. That's what this Five of Cups is. You're learning something very important. The end of the week is going to have you as the King of Cups. That's you. I mean, the King of Cups, I always think Pisces when I see this card. The King of Cups is calm. He has this placid expression. There's a lot going on under the surface. But look at him. He's regal. He's undeterred, right? Even though he's got a ton of stuff going on inside of him, he's projecting this kingly presence. So you're not letting the problems make you a lesser person. You're rising above the situation here. And one thing I want to point out too is you start off as the King of Wands in the past. And like I said, there's something about this king. I feel like he's been a little ineffective. You've been a little ineffective. Or somebody in your life is very ineffective, and that's making things harder for you. I could see this as like a parent or a boss who very quickly gives into stress, and then they just make everything worse. You know those people where it's like they want to take care of everything, but in doing so, they just kind of make it hell for everybody else. So that could be something going on for some of you, but for some of you, that's just been you. You've been the person that has been ineffective in your own life. You haven't been steering your life in the way that you need it to, but that's changing. This King of Cups here is looking forward. The King of Wands, there was something about him who's like looking back, preoccupied, not really looking in the direction that he needs to look if he wants to make effective changes or if he wants to make progress. This King of Cups is a lot wiser. It could even be somebody that shows up for you. It could even be somebody who sees you struggling, comes in and says, I got this. Let me give you a hand. And because he's facing forward, facing into the future, he's giving you vision. So yeah, this looks like the week starting off rough. There might be something in the past, maybe some past issues with an authority figure in your life, or just with yourself not effectively making the proper choices, or just ineffectively directing your life. But yeah, there's been some issues there in the past about like, you know, getting things done maybe. And there's going to be a bit of not an epiphany, but a lesson through a trial. It's going to sink in an emotional moment. Pay attention to your emotions this week. You might be a little bit in your head this week, and maybe it's good to just kind of, you know, take an hour and kind of sit with your emotions. Be careful about something popping up this week. Be careful about people putting too much on your shoulders, expecting too much out of you. And for some of you, be careful of a money issue. You might get an unexpected bill, or you might feel a little bit light in the wallet. But somebody is going to come in and help you out, or you're going to figure things out to help you move in the right direction. You're not going to let it get you down. I see you here triumphing. It's just, you got to go from one peak through the valley to get to the next peak. Yeah, I could even see here that potentially a longer cycle of something dark or something problematic is just now going to be resolving itself. But again, it's going to really require you to pay attention to your feelings. Follow your heart this week. And when people say that, it always sounds sentimental or romantic. But I mean this more like, watch out. Your emotions are trying to tell you something, and it's going to be a heavy moment. So an eventful week, to say the least. But I just want to keep your eye on the prize. This is the King of Cups. It's water. It's the Pisces element. It's you in your element. All right, that is all I have for you this week, Pisces. I hope you got something out of this reading. If you did, make sure to hit that like. That pushes this video to more people, and they might need to hear this message. So drop a like, drop a comment. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. As for me, I've got to get to work. Thanks for hanging with me, Pisces. I'll catch you guys later. You guys have a good week. Stay strong, and I will catch you next time.